Hey, my friends, welcome to all of you. This is your divine inspiration message of the day. So I think today is a good one. It is a angel numerology number 7 day, which is we're on the right path. Spiritual desires and plans that are correct and beneficial. This is about priorities and getting them in the right order, where life choices are being made, particularly when it comes to the material matters of life that will end up serving you well. Now, this is a day to be charming and somewhat studious. Put your scientific hat on, if you will. I like to call that the explorer hat. Go explore new things, new possibilities. Look through a different window, if you will. Divine magic is a foot on a number 7 day. And opportunities are favored to open on a number 7 day or a number 7 month. Now, it works with a tarot card of the 7 of Cups or the 7 of Water if you're using one of Radley's decks. It also works with the 7 of Summer if you're in the Fairy deck. And you can pull out the Sun card or the Chariot card, work with Archangel Metatron as well as Archangel Michael. So that is our numerology part of the energy of today. I pulled the Happier Me affirmation deck card and I got, I am doing my best, and that's enough. Yes, you can grow only by accepting your current limitations. Time to bring new skills, but also new limitations. And each time we will do our best with what we have. Doing your best with what you have. Now, that can bring up, at least it does for me, the feeling of vulnerability, the feeling of not quite being able to make it work, or the fear of not being able to make it work. So, my isms: I am enough just as I am. Vibrate with the cosmic light of heaven and shine. You can add to it the I am vibrating with the cosmic light of heaven and I'm shining. That is doing your best, no matter what that looks like. I am also letting go of unwanted emotional patterns and making room for healing and better vibrational energy. These may seem like repeats, but I think in the grander scheme of things, it is a repeat. Every day we should do our best to start the day on the right foot, the front foot, and discard anything from before that no longer serves a purpose, which is whatever lessons from yesterday comes into today. It's ongoing. Your soul is ongoing. Your spirit is ongoing. This life journey is ongoing. This week, we have Mother Mary from Kyle Gray's Divine Masters Oracle, and she's talking about miraculous encounters, divine experiences, and not to be afraid of being powerful, which is a challenge when there is a feeling of vulnerability, a feeling that we're not really quite sure from one day to the next where life is going to show up, how it's going to show up, and where it's going to show up. That has definitely been this year for me. I have had to live and breathe this physical life with a big dollop of blind faith. The faith that says, I know it's going to be okay, without the actual receipts of believing or seeing or making it happen. Only after it manifests can I say, well, the blind faith worked. So far, my blind faith has not failed. However, it is a little bit like taking a walk in the dark where you're not sure if the ground underneath you is solid enough to hold your weight. That's why it's one step at a time. Now, I wanted to go back into the angelic activation cards because it's a brand new deck by Kyle Gray, but it's also got with it a set of almost like angelic life lessons, if you will. It's an oracle deck, which means it's got some freedom to it. The message is really about being kind and compassionate, particularly with yourself. And I've read this several times. You can go back through the videos to listen to what it's saying. The activation is I choose to see through the eyes of kindness. I wanted to land this card a little bit more definitively. Like, I would need to know more other than, well, these are beings from different realms. Okay, that's fine and dandy. But what does that mean for somebody who is just getting into divination or the oracles? Well, according to Kyle, and I have to believe him because he channels a lot, just like Radley and the other teachers I've studied with. The powers are angelic beings that are constantly sending us reminders that there can be a better, more peaceful way forward, which I really get that. The angelic beings, which he's calling the powers, send the vibrations of goodness to those world leaders, the powerful ones, who have got no consideration for innocent lives or the impact that their decisions have upon Mother Earth. So the powers are really responsible for, if I have to say it without offending anybody, putting a knot in your chain, putting a wrinkle in the sheets, creating a little bit of mayhem. I like to think that our magical fairy friends have a hand in doing that. The impact. So the powers channel grace, they channel mercy, they encourage all of us to have compassion for the land that we're in, for the homes that we have, for the earth, for the rivers, for the streams, for the wild animals. They can protect us from all this negative energy. And if they get called to a situation with that lower vibrational energy, they actually know exactly how to dispel it with the divine love. So the guidance, along with Mother Mary, about being really powerful, doing your best wherever you possibly can. And that could be as simple as no longer supporting the plastic grocery bags that they put in grocery stores. I don't understand why they do it. I mean, really, can we just have these people not make those things? Angels know who you are. The fairies know who you are. The ethereal realms know who you are. And that you're naturally a really good person. So when you aren't expressing kindness, compassion for yourself and others, something is not right with your energy. And these powers have a way of diverting you away from that. Or actually, the powers have a way of pushing you back towards it. So if you find yourself in a situation that requires more compassion, bring that in front of you. Remove the cords that are draining you and show up with absolute love in your heart, which is really about being powerful, which is really about the Mother Mary saying, listen, we know you, we get you, we understand you, and we're bringing you as much messages as we can through this particular platform, other platforms. Yesterday I was in the yard putting out mulch and other things because this week has been a little tough. I have felt emotionally vulnerable. I have felt a little unsure. I have felt a little fearful. for no other reason other than I feel it. And I've wanted to embrace the Fae. I've wanted to embrace fairies, elves, gnomes. And yesterday, there's our card. Thank you, Beatrice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yesterday, I was walking across the grass and here I find a little cardinal feather. And immediately, okay, the fairies are letting me know they're here. They're around. They've arrived. Not to worry, it's all good. They got what I need, they're helping. Now let's see, Gertrude and Beatrice. They went into their sanctuary, and what they've done is they've built a little kind of a cave, if you will, although the top of this cave is open to the sky. So when I look up and I can see the stars, I can see the actual shining moon, but I can't see the moon itself. And they're sitting around the violet flame. They're putting in their vulnerability. They're putting in their prayers. They're putting in their feelings of not being quite so secure. They're putting that into the violet flame and they're creating a chimney of smoke that goes up. I'm assuming this is for the full moon ceremony that comes up tomorrow. Here we go. The four of this will be the four of air, which is swords in traditional tarot, winter in the fairy tarot, Archangel Raziel, that works with the secrets of the source energy. Insights that come from meditation, the need to rest and take vacation. Now a vacation could be a trip or it could be a vacation from the mundane of what's going on. Allow yourself more time before making any decisions. This is a card that tells you to watch your mental exhaustion. It's also a card suggesting we get more sleep. That has definitely shown up for me in the last 10 days. I have found myself feeling energetically depleted, but not that I have done anything that requires it, just this general feeling that I want to rest and I want to take care of my body, take care of my home, take care of my foundation, take care of, what I can take care of, as well as holding the energetic space. That is prayers, affirmation, meditation, gratitude journaling, writing, for all of those who are finding themselves in a state of woe, change. Those in parts of the world, I can speak to the United States because that's where I live, but everywhere else, flooding isn't just happening here in this area of the country. It's happening in Indonesia, it's happening in England, it's happening in Europe, it's happening all over. That flooding, water. Astrologers have talked about the planet alignment, speaks about these things. And not to trivialize any of this, but when I watch some of the catastrophic, and I've just got goosebumps, videos of those who went through the deluge of not just Helene, but then Milton, but then all other wild storms involving large amounts of water. It was unnerving to see large structures literally floating. Water has a way of cleaning, cleansing, and healing. However, don't underestimate the power of it. Don't underestimate the destruction of it. What do I know for sure? If you are truly doing your best in these times of big changes, And that means the coming together. For those of us that are of the light, that believe in spirituality, believe there's a greater source at work all the time to bring us what we need. It is challenging to stay in that space, to be in that vibration, most definitely, because I believe I'm a sensitive being. I have been since I was a little boy, which means I have the sensitivity of the ascended ones, the ones that have lifted, the ones that have got out their body and work with me on the other side to bring messages back to those that are still here. I love that, because they're always kind and they're caring and they're very encouraging. Part of me wants to say, well, it's easy for you. You don't have a body anymore. But really, it isn't. It is not easy. Imagine they don't have the ability to communicate with these loved ones because these loved ones don't believe they can. They're still in the mode of, I want the physical connection with them. I don't want this idea that they're there. They actually want to see, feel, touch, know. And so the ascended ones that go to the other side have to have the clear connection with someone like myself and other mediums. There's plenty of them who've got pure heart, pure gold, that say, yes, come on, I'll be your telephone operator. I'll bring, your daughter, your son, your sister, your brother, a message from you. That's just part of the joy, because they are joyful, they are light, they are loving, they're kind, they're caring. We still have to live in this physical world while these changes are going on. Eventually, it'll all heal itself. The ratchetness of what was that is no longer will even itself out. However, in our own lives, we have to, what does it say here? Let go of unwanted, let go of unwanted emotional patterns. Make room for healing. Make room for better vibrational energies. And no, listen, always doing your best. And that's perfectly okay. It's quite enough. I think admitting the vulnerabilities, and I think admitting where you feel vulnerable, where you feel a little sensitive, where you feel, oof, you don't have to have a reason, you could just feel it. Feel it, and then figure out a way, look at a way to get into some habit, some activity. Go on an angel walk, watch an inspirational movie, get into your kitchen cupboards, under stairs cupboards, somewhere where, go into your shed, go out in the yard, clean up your leaves, whatever it is you need to do. That's a physical activity. That's a positive activity. Whatever it is that gives you a sense of accomplishment, and I did it, I got it, changes the vibrational energy. The vulnerability is still there, the feeling of being vulnerable is still there, but you did something positive, particularly to the earth, and for yourself, and for your heart, and for your kindness. And this is how you get rewarded. I think I've done enough saying that. Gertrude and Beatrice, thank you for being with me and all of us, and your message. They're saying, put into the fire the violet flame. Oh, Beatrice is saying, light a candle, look at the flame, and imagine the feelings are going into that flame. And the angels are taking the smoke of the flame and the heat of the flame, they're taking it up, lifting it off here and pushing it up there. All right, my friends, till tomorrow. Big love. Thanks so much. Bye for now. Hey everybody, we hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe and share it with all your friends. Here's a QR code if you decide you'd like to get a private personal reading with me. I'm available most evenings and on the weekends. Just go over to the website, book in what session, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, and then fill in the contact information and I'll be back in touch. And if you feel kind enough, here is a link to my donation button. Energy exchange of any amount is always gratefully received. Until next time, be well, be blessed, and thanks so much for watching. Bye.